everybody, it's Meredith Miller with Inner Integration. Today, the message I have for you is where are your energy leaks? And I want to give you 5 areas to look for if you're feeling low energy. This is a really common complaint that I hear from my clients, that they just don't have any energy. They are so exhausted, they feel like they can't do anything. So I just want to make a couple announcements. One, I'm going to make a follow-up video to respond versus react. Some people were suggesting this. They were talking about some of the struggles they're having with it. That's going to come soon. It's going to be a longer video. I'm not going to do that today because I had gone to see my dad, and as soon as I got back, I got really sick. And the time with my dad was amazing. We had a depth of connection like we'd never had before, like an emotional connection, like we basically left nothing on the table. We were able to talk in an honest and direct way, really for the first time ever. And he respected my boundaries. He came out with me. I didn't have to go to the house. I didn't have to see my mom. It was truly an amazing experience. And then within hours of getting back home here, I got sick and it was really bad. It was some kind of respiratory flu. But then, you know how sometimes you get body aches with flus? Well, this one, I don't know if you've ever sat with your legs crossed and your legs fell asleep. So you move them and then like at first you don't feel anything, but then there's like a few seconds of this excruciating nerve pain. I don't know, maybe it's like the blood is going back to the nerves in your legs, and for those few seconds it's excruciating and that pain is just radiating through your legs. That was the pain in my legs, but it was for hours and days, and I barely slept for like 4 nights because it was just so bad. And then it finally dawned on me, and I was reading through the Louise Hay book. You know, I was thinking of legs, forward movement. Yeah, but I didn't really get it. And then I looked up nerves, and nerves are the communication system of the body. So my dad and I had this groundbreaking communication together, and maybe it like short-circuited my system. There was this purge of the old way, and then the blood was coming back, the life was coming back to that communication system. And maybe that pain was just the purge of it and the recalibration of things. So anyhow, the body is amazing, the way it responds to different emotional things that take place in our life. But that's why I didn't come up with the video last week. You know, I let you know it might be a while because I tend to see things like this. Like, it's pretty predictable that something was going to come up. I just didn't know what was going to happen, and that's what happened. But I'm back to work here now. So let's get to the 5 ways that you can look for these energy leaks in your body, in your life. The 5 ways you can look for the energy leaks in your life, and then how you can upgrade those so you can tighten those up so you're not leaking energy, so that you have a lot more energy to invest in yourself. So the very first one is the food. So you want to eat raw foods, not all raw foods, but you want to eat some raw foods in your diet because it has live enzymes, it has life force energy. If you look at the Kirlian photograph of raw produce versus something that's been cooked, you can see the difference in the life force energy that food has. You also want to eat like 70-80% produce. So much produce, because that's full of real food, real nutrients that you're giving yourself. You know, whether you're vegetarian or vegan or not, that's okay. But, you know, if you're going to eat animals, try to eat organic animal products so that it's not full of hormones and pesticides and who knows whatever else they're putting in there. I've heard they're even giving them like antidepressants and stuff. Like, you don't want to be ingesting all that garbage with your food. So be really careful what you're putting in your body. You know, eliminate the processed foods. If you're eating most of the stuff that's in packaged, you know, frozen, canned, boxed, whatever, that stuff's not good for you. That's just dead. Like, most of that has no real quality that it's going to give your energy in your life. And you really are what you eat. So it's important to look at that. Stay away from the chemicals. Read the labels. Don't look at the numbers, you know, the numbers of calories, the numbers of fat. Look at the ingredients. Look at what's actually in it. Can you pronounce that stuff? Are you looking at these crazy names? You have no idea what it is. When you're standing in the grocery store, Google that stuff on your phone. Look it up. A lot of that stuff might be really, really harmful. There might even be neurotoxins in your food. So be really careful. Read the ingredients on stuff. Avoid the chemicals as much as possible. Buy organic when you can. I know organic food is a lot more expensive. You know, my food bill in the United States when I lived there, eating at home, never going out because I couldn't eat at the restaurants because of the chemical contamination in the food. At home, my food bill would be like $900 a month. I get it. It's expensive, but I looked at it as an investment in my health. If you look at how much disease costs, how much it costs to go to the doctor, how much it costs to buy drugs, how much it costs to buy surgeries and all of these things, look how much money that is, right? So if you invest in your health in terms of you're paying 3 times as much for organic food, but you're investing in your long-term health so that you don't have to go to the doctor, so you don't have to get all these chronic illnesses and cancers and things like that, and then have to pay a lot more, let alone really risking your life. So food is number 1. Number 2 is water. You want to drink clean, purified water, alkaline water when you can. I don't know if you've ever bought a bottle of alkaline water. They sell it in the States. I see it here in Mexico now too. I don't feel such a strong difference when I drank the bottles here. I did in the States. Anytime I had like a stomach upset or just felt overall icky, I would go to Whole Foods and I would buy a bottle of the alkaline water. It was like a 9.5 pH. And within an hour, maybe sometimes half an hour, all of a sudden my body was starting to feel better. There's something amazing about alkaline water. You can do this at home if you don't have access to that kind of water in bottles. They sell filters. They're called Kangen filters. Apparently there's some generic filters or knockoff filters that are like the Kangen. They don't cost $4,000. They cost a lot less, but it'll alkalinize your water at the sink. You can even put it to certain levels to clean your house without chemicals and stuff like that, to wash your vegetables. It's really amazing. I'm going to try to budget for one of those this year. If you know about any of those brands other than Kangen, they're more cost effective for people, you just write something in the comments below with a link or the name of the device. I would love to know. But say you don't have access to any of that. You can take lemons, you can squeeze lemon in your water, you can buy baking soda, you can put a little bit of baking soda in your water. Just Google that and you'll see they'll give you like how much baking soda to water that will work for each different purpose that you're looking for. So as much healthy, clean water as possible. Alkaline is even better for you because an alkaline environment in your body keeps the cancers away, it keeps bad things away, it helps you stay strong and feel well. And, avoid all that other stuff like sodas, like too much coffee or too much caffeinated tea or sugar drinks, like juice that you buy in the grocery store. It's mostly full of sugar. It's very different if you have a juicer in your kitchen and you're juicing cucumbers and oranges and pears and apples and whatever. That's a very different kind of juice than the kind of stuff that you're buying off the shelves in the grocery store. And be very careful with those sugar-free drinks because that is full of neurotoxins, aspartame, sucralose. That stuff is very, very toxic. You want to get that stuff out of your system if you want to have healthy, strong energy. Number 3 is movement. It's really important to move your body, to move your energy. So maybe that's only a 30-minute walk every day for you. Maybe you have no more energy, no more time. Maybe your body is aching and stuff, and all you can do for yourself is a 30-minute walk every day. Okay, that's great. You're moving your body. Move your arms as you're moving as well. You're really going to move your energy. But really try to set up for yourself a regular exercise routine. 4 times a week, 5 times a week, something that you love. Maybe it's Pilates, maybe it's the gym, maybe it's walking, running, sports, yoga, whatever that is for you. But come up with a variety of activities for yourself in a regular exercise routine. Put it on your schedule, on your calendar, so it actually gets done. That's going to really help you. Number 4 is boundaries. So the very first, most important boundary when you're leaking energy is the boundary of no. What do you need to start saying no to? Like, make that filter for yourself because people are always going to want something from you. Always. They might be friends, they might be family, they might be strangers, they might be people at work, they might be your clients, they might be random people. People always want something for you. And if you're saying yes to everybody else, you're saying no too often to yourself. You need to be saying no to other people a lot more often. So think about it in terms of, using your energy responsibly. Is this going to help me build my goals, my dreams, my relationships, my personal growth, my health? If the answer is no, then maybe you need to say no to that so you can prioritize yourself, your self-care. Boundaries can also be mental and emotional. Somebody invites you to doubt yourself, somebody invites you to fear, somebody invites you to feel a certain kind of way, excuse me, about something. You want to have mental and emotional boundaries in place too, so that you're not leaking all your energy after a conversation with somebody, worrying about the fears they installed in your mind or those doubts that they planted. And then no contact, of course. No contact or minimum contact is so important to maintain your energy, because if you're in contact with toxic people, they're just going to be draining and draining and draining your energy incessantly. So make sure you're upgrading those boundaries. If you're not ready to go no contact with a family member, with a partner, maybe you still got a job, you still need to work that job for a little bit, maybe you're co-parenting with one of these types, then you need minimum contact, the absolute most minimum contact possible to protect your energy. And finally, your mind. You need to get control of your mind. So this is what I talk about, reprogramming the self-talk. This is all the thoughts that are coming through your mind all day long, the way that you're talking to yourself. You might notice it sounds like the narcissist. Maybe you're abusing yourself the way the narcissist did. Maybe you're putting yourself down. You're talking yourself out of your dreams and your goals and what you want to manifest in life. Maybe you're thinking too much about the narcissist. You're thinking too much about what happened in the past or what they're doing now or the smear campaign and what everybody is saying about you. This is a huge loss of energy. In fact, when I do this inventory with clients, it usually ends up being that this is the area where most of their energy is getting lost. It's in the mind, it's in the thoughts. Why? Because where your mind goes, your energy follows. That comes from Chinese medicine. The yi is the intellect or the mind, and the qi is your energy. So they say where the yi goes, the qi follows. That's totally true. Wherever your mind goes, that's the direction you're sending your energy. So be sure that you're taking responsibility for every thought that's coming through your mind. If you don't like that thought, if you don't like the direction that thought's going and the direction that thought is taking your energy, stop it. Cancel that. Redirect to something that's actually going to serve you in your life, something that's going to be beneficial to you, something that's going to help you build energy and channel your energy towards what you actually want to grow in your life. This topic I'm going to expand on for 45 minutes in the World Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day Survivors Empowerment Telesummit, which airs live. It airs online June 1st and 2nd for free. You can watch this. There's going to be 17 different experts in the field, each of us talking about a different topic of specialization. You can get all that content for free. I'm going to put the link below here so you can sign up for their email. Bree Bonche and Athena, they're the hosts for this. And so again, that's June 1st and 2nd. You want to sign up in your email so you get the reminders, you find out when it's on, you get the link to go ahead and show up. And then I think it's free for the first 48 hours that you can listen to any of those interviews that they're doing with experts. So this is going to be the topic. I'm really going to expand on this, how you can unsubscribe from the narcissist reality and own your reality. That's going to make a huge difference in the amount of energy that you have. So, check in with yourself. Look at these 5 areas that I listed and ask yourself where you're leaking energy and number them 1 to 5, with 1 being the area you're leaking the most amount of energy. And start with that this week. Start really owning that piece, that area of your life, totally upgrading that this week, and notice how your energy changes. And then next week, add number 2, that second most area where you're losing your energy, and see how things start to change. So anyhow, that's the message that I have for you guys today. I'm sorry, my mind is a little bit clouded because I haven't been feeling super well, but I'm getting back to the normal schedule, and you guys will be seeing more of me soon. I'm sending you a big hug.